private space and work. I sit in meditation every single day at exactly the same time. I don't miss it, and if I do have to miss it, I'll explain to them that I couldn't get there today. But I do that because my mother used to teach seances all over the United States. And by doing seances, it was the old way of doing seances. You met for 8 weeks. You sat in the same chair. You met at the same time. And after the 8-week period, the group would decide who would enter the group, not the presenter. It took them 8 weeks to try to start the manifest spirit. 8 weeks. So when you sit and you're practicing your mediumship, and you're working on it, and you're placing that in motion, give it 8 weeks. Sit as long as you feel comfortable sitting. Some of you might be a little antsy. You want to get up. Like, I got to go. I can't sit for 20 minutes. I got to get up and I got to go. Sit as long as you feel comfortable sitting. Then get up and go. It's not how long you sit. It's when you sit. When you pick that time to sit and be quiet. That is what Spirit's looking at, making you to make an effort to speak to them. Spirit thinks they're just going to come down and just talk to us and just, oh my God. No. They come down when you make the effort to make some kind of talk to them, speak to them. So we have to make the effort. Everybody now these days, they want me to hold seances, they want the trumpets to move, they want everything to go first hour. They want now. But it takes time. Same thing with mediumship. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes that practice, that working with Spirit, working with your guides, working with your higher self. And that's the major thing, is working with you. Your guides can't control everything. You are still in here. You were raised to raise you were raised. You're who you are. Not changing it, you're who you are. I was raised a spiritualist my whole life. My whole life. I was born into it, and I've been with it my whole life. So I've never kind of walked away from spiritualism. Tried other religions, didn't quite fit the outlook that I wanted in my life. So I stayed with spiritualism. But we pick things in our lives. We gather things. We place in our vibration. You might be a medium, but you might be a whole bunch of stuff. But you got it all tucked down inside of you. Just waiting to get out. So, and then someone's going to teach you something, and then you're just going to explode. You're just going to go, oh my God, here it is. And we do that because people have that aha moment like that. Oh, really? Because Spirit will speak. Spirit will speak to us. Whether in our dream state, whether you're doing some kind of journal or you're doing automatic writing. Maybe you're doing something that's not quite the norm, but you do it. And it works for you. It fits your vibration. When I teach mediumship, I teach you to set your psychic vocabulary. Set your vocabulary. Go home, take all your symbol books, have a bonfire, burn them all. Because your symbols have nothing to do with that book. They have everything to do with you. Whatever went on in your life, whatever happened in your life, is what those symbols will be. If I get run over by a red car not good. You get a red car for Christmas. Red car, good. Say, symbols are what they mean to you, what propels itself to you. Symbols will always have the same meaning as you move through your mediumship. Once you set them, once you set that vocabulary, it'll always mean that. I told people in class one time, I told them, I said, if your mother shows up in your reading, and you're reading somebody, then it means that your mother has something in common with that person's mother. Don't just throw them away and say, Mom, get out of here. I need somebody. Maybe your mother has the same name as their mother. Did the same thing as their mother. And their mother isn't here. She's busy. Maybe your mother just didn't like you and didn't want to come. Okay? Sometimes we just have to realize that sometimes people show up and give us the information. They aren't the people that they're not your relative, they're below to me. But they're giving me information, you go, oh, that's my uncle. Well, my uncle has shown up. My uncle, the spiritual, has shown up. So don't discard everything in vibration. Watch and see how spirit works with you. When I talk about frequencies, everything in your life has a frequency. Everything, these chairs, the floor, the building, you, everything has a frequency. And I put all these frequencies down on a card so you could have them. Mediumship frequencies, seance frequencies, all of these are frequencies that you can play. You can do the God frequency, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. And you can play those frequencies. Works really well if you play them when you're sleeping. Go to sleep, put the frequencies on, put the hertz on, do whatever you need to do. Something that you'd like to have, put it on, let it play. If you're going to go into your meditative space and you can't feel like the energy isn't as good as it should be in that meditative space, play some music in the space before you enter the space. You sit up here in the chairs, that isn't just to sit in the chairs, it's to place your energy in the chairs before you start the healing. So the person that comes up sits in the chair and sits in your energy. Usually you sit in the chair. Because you're placing your energy around that chair and in that chair. So when the person arrives in front of the chair, sits in it, you're sitting in your energy. Same thing if you have an office and you do readings. You should always go sit in the person's chair before they get there. Place your energy in the chair before they come in your office. Before they sit in the chair, they're going to sit in your energy. Sit in yours. So you do that. You do these little things that empower the vibration around you. Because we're always trying to raise our frequency. Spirit only drops their frequency matrix down to your auric field when you've done something stupid. They're trying to save you. That they come quick. But most of them, they want you to raise your vibration to touch them. To come to where they are. They are. They wait patiently for you. When I used to do a lot of theater, everybody be behind the curtain. I'd be on the platform, doing my thing. The people waiting behind the curtain, waiting to come out on stage. So, just like spirit, medium goes out on the stage. All your guides and all your people are standing behind the curtain, peeking from behind the curtain, saying, "You ready for us yet? We're ready. Let's go." And they're waiting for you just to give them the kind of heads up. Let's do this. Let's go. Spirit's not looking for you to find your guide's names, you do all of that stuff. All they're asking you to do is when you finish your readings and you do, the communication has happened, you thank them. They want you to thank them. They don't care if you call them by name. They just say, thank you for coming. Thank you for working with me today. Thank you. I remember that when I was a kid. I was maybe about 5. And my mother took me to Lilydale, because she was working outside in Lilydale. And I went to Lilydale, and she put me up on the stump. Well, 5, 6-year-old, I thought I was smart. I didn't need my guides. I could do it on my own. I could do it. Well, I needed my guides. I needed my relatives, people working with me. I needed them. I found that out really, really quick. I couldn't do it on my own. I learned it. My mother taught me that was a good lesson for you. You learned that you needed them. So we learned that we need them. We need them together. The ones we need for that moment. You're not going to If you're having brain surgery, you're not going to call in the spirit world to a podiatrist. Because you got brain surgery. You're not going to have a foot surgeon. You're going to call the right people to help. The right people are going to show up to help the individual. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that balance within your life, that connection with your higher self. When we read our principles, we do the principles, we do healing prayer, we read that. I will do my part. The doorway to reformation never closed against any human soul hereafter. Meaning we're still progressing. Still progressing. But you still have to do your part. You still have to make the effort to speak to spirit. You still got to be effort to go into your quiet place and meditate. You have to allow yourself to believe that you can do it. I can't do it. Oh, I don't get anything. Oh, yeah, right. Because then you're telling your guides you're not getting anything. They'll go, okay, nothing. Oh, I don't get names. Oh, I never get names. But you just keep telling them. You just tell them you don't want to get names. It's what you tell them. They listen to you. They listen to your vibration. So if you tell them you're not going to do it, I can't do it, oh my God, I can't do it. You won't do it. You won't propel it into motion in your life. It's just walking. Do the walk. Do the vibration. I've traveled all over the United States working in spiritualism, trying to teach spiritualism, trying to teach stuff that I'll teach stuff and people go, we don't know that. Really? Yeah. But I learned it from a lot of teachers. My whole family was nothing but spiritualists, magic people. A couple of crooks, but we don't talk about them. But we knew who they were. And they taught us stuff. My grandfather was Native American. He taught me how to do it the Cherokee way. How to speak to Great Spirit. So I learned from different teachers, different vibrations within my life, understanding how different traditions work, how they work. And we have to realize that then you take all of that and you make yourself your own medium, your own connection. Remember that. If you're a healer, you're probably a spiritual healer. Maybe you have a little bit of Reiki in you. Maybe you got one tattoo back behind your neck or something. Maybe doing a little prana here. Maybe doing some kind of healing touch. Maybe doing something else. But you're still a spiritual healer. You're just a conglomerate of all of that. You're not going to throw it all away. Same thing as if you were raised in Catholic. Most spiritualists are just Reformed Catholics. You know that, don't you? We're just Reformed. That's all. But you're never going to give up that what you were born with. Pieces of that will rattle around inside of you. It'll be there. It'll be in vibration. So don't try to get rid of everything. Just kind of intertwine it with the others. Make yourself your own vibration. Don't try to follow someone else. Follow you. Your journey. And it might not be the journey that you're supposed to take like someone else, but maybe you're supposed to take your own personal journey to affect the people you're supposed to affect. I always tell people, you know, when we read the healing, you read the healing prayer this morning. You read the Declaration of Principles. From as long as spiritualism has been in motion, things have been read in spiritual churches around the world at just about the same time every day. So when you read that prayer, there are people in the spiritualist world, in the world of spirit, that are spiritualists, that hear you. And every one of them stopped and recited with you. So hundreds and thousands of people from the world of spirit stop when they hear that prayer. deciding to with you. So all of that energy, all of that is coming back towards you. My grandmother, she would bless her soul, but she was like a crazy medium. She was like crazy. But she told me when I was a kid that years before she got here, people in the spirit world lit a candle for her. In her space in the spirit world, down to the earth plane she came. But this whole time she's been on the earth plane, there have been people in her group, in the world of spirit, that are nurturing her candle. And when she eventually decides to go back, she said, when I decide to go back, there will be people gathered on the street, walking up the trail towards me with my candle. And as I venture towards them, I will put it out. And I will tell my story. All we're waiting in this lifetime is to get back to the world of spirit to tell our story. What a terrible route that was. I want to know who was in charge of the ticket back here. But out of our life, all of it is life lessons. And maybe something in your life was never your life lesson to begin with. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe you harbored that whole thing your whole life. Didn't really mean anything to you. It was more for the group or for other people. Experience it, let it go, move on. Move. Don't stay still and keep moving in the same direction. Let it be. When it happens, move on. Move past it. In Spiritualist, as I said, we believe the door of reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. So whatever you've done in this earth plane, maybe it's a life lesson for other people. Let yourself off the hook. Maybe it was with somebody else. Get them to where they need to be. Get them buried. I don't think any of you buried any bodies in the backyard, so I think we're still safe. No, we're still good. But we have to realize that we are on a journey as spiritualists. We don't profess this religion to go out and try to stand on street corners. How our religion gets moved into this world is because of us. It's the energy that we place out into the world, and people see our energy and want to know what we're doing. So then they come. They venture forth. We don't proclaim it, we just show it. We show it to others. Allow them to experience it. So we're an experience religion. Come to spiritualism to experience being. It can be anything else, but we are an experience religion. Once you experience spiritualism, you can't leave. You don't want to leave. Because you experience it. When I was a kid, I probably have gone through thousands of seances. I've had spirit walk up the ceiling, people shake my hand. I've had people play music, direct voice. I've had all kinds of stuff happen in seances. I can't say that didn't exist. I can't go back and say, oh, that didn't exist. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've experienced it. And when you experience something in spiritualism, you'll always remember that experience. That experience has changed your direction. Remember it. Part of it. It's improved it. It shows you something. So always believe in yourself. That's all I keep telling people. Don't believe in other things. Don't believe in a church. Don't believe in other things. Church can close. You don't want to go there. Go try to find another church. Different people. Take your church with you. Be the church. Announce the church. You are the church. Remember that. You're walking through. You're doing all of this.